iNews Views, July 13th. It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. Korea's shrinking youth population has reached a new low. South Korea's population of 9 to 24-year-olds has now dwindled to less than 10 million for the first time since the country began compiling data in 1970. The youth population peaked in 1978 at 13.6 million. The falling youth population is projected to continue to fall until reaching a low of 5 million by 2060. Policymakers are pushing for women, the elderly, and foreigners to take up the slack in the labor market. How much progress will be made on that front remains to be seen. Bookstores are feeling the pinch. Chungno Books, Seoul's oldest bookstore, closed its doors in 2002 after operating for 95 years. Kyobo and Yongpung bookstores offered customers fresh concepts, and the competition became too much for the landmark shop to survive. Online retailers jumped into the market in earnest in 2009 and racked up huge profits while stealing customers from small and mid-sized brick-and-mortar bookstores. Book cafes are emerging as the new alternative to local bookstores. They offer a cultural experience, good food and drink, and a relaxed setting. It's the wave of the future. Work-life balance is the goal of more employees. Employers are also realizing that their company's competitiveness and productivity improve when workers are happy and motivated. The most productive workers are in the U.S., the Netherlands, France, Germany, and Sweden. Workers in Seoul spend 2,308 hours per year at their job, but workers in Paris spend just 1,558 hours at work. Employee burnout and the high cost of training new employees is a concern for companies in all regions. South Korea and China are set for a fresh round of negotiations on their FTA. Markets will be liberalized for up to 90% of all products, but China wants more access for its agriculture products, and Korea wants more market access for its industrial goods. China is the world's largest importer of South Korean products and accounts for nearly 25% of all South Korean trade volume. The U.S. may impose tariffs on South Korean steel pipe and tubing. U.S. companies are complaining that South Korea is dumping the products on the market and are pushing for tariffs of up to 99%. South Korea says it uses mostly domestic sources in its tubing for the energy industry and is merely taking advantage of the duty now charged on Chinese steel products. U.S. imports of South Korean steel increased 74% during the first 5 months of this year to 1.1 million tons, making the U.S. South Korea's biggest export market. More than 50% of humanity now lives in cities, and that number will grow in the future. The challenge is how to make cities better suited for human habitation. Tokyo is the largest city, but India is projected to have the most rapid increase in urbanization. By 2050, the world's rural population is expected to decline to 3.1 billion, and most megacities will be in Asia.